All right, welcome to Colorflow Conversations. I am Uakeisha, and this is
Tikisha.
all right. Come on back, sing songy voice.
Hey girl, hey!
That's different. Look, that's back to being um in a more cheerful spirit.
Yes,
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 yes.
absolutely.
I feel that. We go through some things. We are closing out Women's History Month. Um, and you know what? February was love. March has been Women's History, and we talked a lot about women and what we feel and what we go through. And I have enjoyed every conversation.
Me too. Me too.
We learned a lot, and we were watching the previous episode right before we started this, and we realized, I think we realized it before, but us as friends, we've never really trauma bonded.
No, no.
And so we're learning a lot about each other while we do this because we don't plan what we're going to talk about.
Right.
So what were you
And
going to
you
say?
know what? I want to take it a little bit deeper than just trauma bonding because sometimes, I feel like with that, you call the person who you know and have gone through it,
Yeah.
or even with friends. Typically, people always think the birds of a feather walk together, flock together.
Yeah.
While I believe that's true, I think it's kind of levels to that because we do have friends that's different because a lot of situations I've never been in, but I'm able to put myself in and see different aspects of it.
Yeah.
So we have conversations like those where it hasn't happened. But I was going to say, like, the next level is sometimes you just go through stuff really on your own without sharing every aspect of your life to your friends.
And that has been me. I've never shared every aspect of my life with friends or family. And I have a huge family. And I just, even though I was always in a people pleaser moment in that season of my life, I never wanted to share. And I don't think I just ever wanted people to know, you grow up, don't tell people your business. Because they don't need to know. They're going to think this. And it's always about what people going to think. But doing this podcast, I've shared so much that I'd be looking back like, dang, I said that. But I know that it's probably going to be helpful to somebody else that probably is in that moment where they are not telling people what they're going through or, trying to be on display of a certain way. And when you get past that and you realize, that you want to be helpful more than be a display person, then your life changed. Because my life has changed tremendously for the better. And not like dogging anybody in any type of way, because I've learned lessons from everything. But it's changed for the better for me personally.
Right.
And I don't say anything on here to try and dog nobody from my past, because I got children, and the one thing I want is my children to be happy. And I wish nothing but happiness for, their father. I want them to have a happy relationship in his household. I want them to see love in his household.
Seeing love just makes it better.
Yeah, it makes
people
it better.
Don't understand that. Like, it's never coming from that place. I think a lot of things that we talk about is us sharing our personal experiences, how we processed it, and sharing it, hoping that it can help somebody else. And there's things that you've shared that's made me better.
Yeah. You same, because we just learning from each other. I'll be looking at you like, really? Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Or I didn't, and it's crazy when you've been friends for 34 years, how you don't be knowing so much about a person.
And I'm going to share the biggest discovery that we had was that I play the mother role in most of my relationships.
Yes.
That I am very motherly. And I'm going to tell you this morning, my sister and I was talking about pregnancy briefly. And I was just like, well, I know I'm gonna have another kid. And she was talking, and then she was just like, you know what? I could see that because you're motherly. And I said, well, I ain't being motherly no more. I'm about to do my own thing because I don't care nothing about none of y'all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so
That's already in you though.
right. And that's how she was. Like, you can't help it. So in doing that, sometimes the mother feels like she's not getting any recognition
Yeah.
just because. So I hurt my own feelings, or at least I thought I did. But what I didn't realize was I was just trying to be the mama.
You always, it came natural. It came natural because when I realized it about you, all these years, I was like, you the mother to your family, your friends. It's never, I think you probably had motherly moments with me, but because I didn't share a lot of, we didn't trauma bond, it was more so friendship more than mother.
Yeah, we were learning each other just as a person. That deep down subconscious that we didn't even know was going to evolve into us
this
together.
I was like, you know what, God, when people say your plan and God's plan, I realize now for real, like, why our friendship stayed this long, why other people dropped off, why things happen separately in our lives, the way they happen, even the way God blessed us with the children that we have. What our plan is not His plan.
No.
And when I be thinking like, man, because I said to you before this started, even from last Thursday, that if people could see the miraculous things that you and I see, that God is in, and how angels be involved with our lives, they would be like, y'all lying. Because it's so, we don't use the word crazy. It's amazing. It's amazing. So us sharing our life and things that we've never talked about on here, it's blessing.
Let me tell you something. I went to the store. I went with a friend. I just was just like going in a browse store. I had no intentions of buying anything. Get to the checkout. I think it's $70-something. I'm all just like, when she said, like, I'm going through the motions and stuff, I know I got the money. So, I tapped to pay. And then the chick behind the register was just like, it went through it. And I was thinking to myself, I never thought that it wasn't going to go through. And I don't know how she meant it because, prior to I was acting a little whatever.
Nervous, yeah.
Yes. But here's the thing, because in my mind, you never planned on going into this store. Now you buying something, like, do you really need? I was drawn to it, so I'm like, I gotta have it. Girl, what's up with your job, with your work, with your income? So again, I got my little stuff. And I said, what is it that I say? I'm a money magnet. What? I'm like, what do I say? I was just like, it don't even matter. Like, I know God got me. Like, it's fine. You ain't got to say nothing. We get in the car, we pull off. I get an Apple Pay.
See, I mean,
I spent $77 and my Apple Pay was for something that had another 7 in it. So we had the 777.
I mean, I was explaining to my sister, I was on FaceTime with her. And I always talk about my sister in the episodes because I'm just so excited.
I talk about my whole family, my friends. I be trying not to put y'all name out there. But
I was on FaceTime with her this week and we were talking about something. Our conversations be godly and stuff too. God bless her in enormous ways, because I believe that how we react to things and how we treat people, He bless us.
So
we on FaceTime and we talk about something, and I look to my right and I was like this as she's talking. I'm just smiling. She was like, "Why are you smiling?" I said, "Because I see 111." And she was like, "What?" So I went on to explain to her, because I had never explained to her about how I know I'm in alignment with what God wants me to do, or the conversations I'm having, how He's answering me, and how I see angel numbers. So when I explained it, and she was like, "You were smiling so hard." I said, "Because I just get joy when I get confirmation." And then as I'm driving, I see 555. And I was like, and now I'm in alignment having this conversation with you, telling you about it. Was like,
you just go down this
I was just
so
like,
deep
yeah.
in it where it's just like, did you just make all this up? No.
Yeah, no. I'm like,
no, it just be like, that just couldn't happen. That just no coincidence. Like,
Tikisha, literally, you know, I journal and I write like what you just happened to you when you was in there and you spent the $77. I write money flows to me easy. Money flows to me easy. God got me. I don't worry about nothing.
That's one thing that I can
yeah.
Is it a test to?
Yeah. I don't worry about nothing. I may get a little, let me correct that. I may have a moment because I'm flesh where I'm like, well, it seems like it's about to be a lot going on right now. But it's always some type of confirmation like, why are you worried? And then they'd be like, oh, God got me. Why am I worried? I don't worry about the next month, how a bill gonna get paid. I don't worry about.
It's all in her face.
I don't. I do not worry about nothing. I remember being told, you know, when I was going through my thing that you need to do this because you ain't gonna be able to handle things by yourself. I think I said before, don't threaten me with a good time. I don't worry. I know God got me. I know, and when you know it like that, and when people be stressed out and this, and my sister's becoming the same way. I was talking to somebody and they asked me, similar to you, have she found a job yet? I was like, what she need a job for? I'm like, she good. But because society be saying, oh, you got to have a job to do this. You got to do this. You got, what's going to come to her comes to her the same way. And if people really, really get their life right and get it together, get your mind right and stop, I don't worry about nothing. Nothing. And I know you don't. We just go through moments like we was talking about the episode before.
And then there be stuff that happens that I feel like it's just like, girl, I can't throw it in your face.
I can't
even more.
I can't.
Like I can't. Like, come on. Like yesterday was one of those moments where it was just like you should have walked in there. You felt like you was drawn to it, picked it up, checked out, and walked out instead of making a fool where the girl gotta say it went through, you know, because of the impression that I'm giving. So just
girl, look, yesterday I took my daughter out. We spent the whole day out shopping, which you know I don't do. You know I don't do that. And we went thrifting because I've never done that. And I was all excited, like, oh, we're gonna go thrifting. And she was in there like, yeah, I don't know if I like this. And then we went to Somerset. We went on both ends of the spectrum and bought from everywhere. And when I tell you, I ain't worried about nothing. I was like, what you want to get this? Okay, let me get you this. He got us. Whatever you put, first of all, y'all gotta stop holding on to stuff so tight, like I can't spend this. He got you.
Listen, that just.
But you gotta have him.
Look, that say it. You gotta have him
for him to have you.
Let me tell you something, because I told you how I read the 23rd Psalm every day. Mm-hmm. And when I get to the anoint my head with oil, I anoint my head. So today I read it a little differently because I was thinking about yesterday. And, you know, I'm always a signs and synchronicities, the path. Like I said, it's funny because I'm thinking like when I write, I have all of these good words and they just flow. Mm-hmm. When I'm talking to you, my vocabulary be so basic. Like, but
it really... It's a difference when you write. I'll be like, girl, why you ain't on somebody's stage?
Yeah, so it's just
y'all like, gotta read her personal. I'm sorry, y'all have to read her personal blog. It's a work of art. It is. You really, really should be on somebody's stage.
Thank you.
You really should be on somebody's stage reading your, because the gift to write like that, I don't have that gift.
I was talking to God today about my gifts. Because that's in the Bible where the one buried his, remember? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it was just like, but the others, they worked their gifts and it grew. But I was just like, God, I don't want to lose my gifts from not working them. So it's funny that you said that. But anyway, in there, I talked about how I need to signs and synchronicities. And I think I wrote about you a lot recently too, because I was saying how I told you in the car, I just want God to show me my path. I don't want to make no decisions. Yeah. Just tell me. Make it plain so I know. So when I'm reading my 23rd Psalm, what stands out is the path. I'm like, we talk about this all the time. And then I see dark valley. And then I just focus on the word dark. I'm constantly asking God for a sign when I need to be like you and just sit in the dark.
I sit in the dark.
Sorry, because I know you have no fear.
I have
because
none.
thy rod and thy staff
come from me. Prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. And really, I don't care if I have an enemy. Because
it's not your concern.
It's not my concern.
It's concern to a certain degree because it's just like levels to that, like why but at the end of the day, like it's not a you problem, it's a them problem, and God is gonna figure that out on how it should be figured out. I can honestly
say and I'm working on this, and I'm gonna talk about this because this one person, and it ain't nobody that people probably would think that I probably can't stand. And it's not
anybody I can't stand, and I felt that in your soul when you just said it.
Yeah, like it's one person I can't stand, and it's not my ex because I ain't got no problems with him. It ain't his companion. I don't have no problems with her. It's a person that is involved with one of my children's organizations or whatever. And you know how you can see yourself. You know how on TV you see a person be thinking something that they doing, but they ain't really doing it. Like I be thinking about in my head, like I'm smushing that person's face. So I have been dealing with that. Like, God, I know you don't want me to smack this person. And like, I know that I gotta forgive them. And we used to be friends. Yeah, we used to be friends, like good friends. Like our kids were intertwined friends. We go to each other's house friends. Like they had to go to a dentist and get their teeth pulled, and I was a ride friend.
Oh,
yeah. So
that's a trusted friend. Yeah, and because your children are your most valuable possession.
And we
I use that term lightly, possession, but you know
the friendship ended, and I lost friendships where I was like, okay, I'm fine, but I still have to be involved with the person. So it's hard for me, and I be talking to God out loud, like, I'm about to see this person. Lord, I need strength. And I'm not no violent person, but I literally probably be wanting to like punch him in the face. All because, especially if it has to do with my kid. If I see you do something that I know I'm not gonna like, and you doing it on purpose for my kid, you trying to rile me up, and I'm like, okay, this ain't nothing but the devil really, really, really trying to get to me, and I'm not trying to halt my blessings. So I be talking out loud to God, like, I'm going to work on this relationship, which is what people, not that I have to have this person as a friend, but I'm going to work on it because I got to be an example, to other people, my children, myself, because I know that this is a test for me. It's a test for me, but I be trying. I be trying. And I'm like, why is it that I can't stand this situation so tough? Certain things. And I don't even be like that. I'll be like, what? So that's one of the things I'm working on. And I journal about it.
Do you think that it bothers you so tough because your children are involved?
Well, it ain't even my children, it's only one child. And yeah.
Because I think that that's when that mama bear type comes in, where it's just like, if that wasn't the case, you would be like any other situation.
It probably would. It probably would. I know it would be like any other situation, but because my child is involved, it's like, and I'm about to say which child, but that child tries to not tell me things because she know.
Yeah,
that I'm gonna be like, you said what now? You said what?
Then it would be like,
yeah.
even if it should be like level 5,
It's-
you start at 10.
Oh, baby, I'll
you
be on
start
10.
you start at too high.
Yeah, I started too high. So that's part of my test to my next level, because I really be like, I can't stand you, and I don't have that spirit.
Yeah, you can't be in that
can't
high
be in
red
that-
zone
Girl,
where
I'll
you
be in-
about to, you
baby.
know, that thing where it's just like it's about to bust
So
and break.
me saying I know God got me and everything, that'd be the only thing. I'd be like, okay, why am I being tested with this? So even with the organization, I let the leader know, like, I'm working on it. I'm getting better, because it ain't no secret. And me talking about it's not a secret. It's
right.
not a secret. She probably watching it right now. It ain't no secret. It's not. It's not a secret. So, but I'm intentional. And I think that's what people need to be. When you are working on something in your life, you can't just say I'm working on. I am intentional about everything in my life. I was intentional about healing. I was intentional about, being better with God. I was intentional about my friendships, the ones I keep, the ones I let go, the people I date, the people I stop dating. I'm intentional about, my children and how my relationship is with them. I'm intentional about everything. And some people be intentional in a bad way. I'm intentional in a trying to be good way. So I'm intentional about trying to fix that situation. And not that I want the friendship back, but just I don't want to feel like this on the inside. That I feel like when I see you, I'm gone. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel like that. So that's part of my test. That's part of my struggle. But on the other hand, I don't worry about nothing. Because my reaction to however I'm treated is how he's going to look at me. He ain't looking at what that person do to me, or what that person do to my child, or say to my child. He's looking at how
you're going to handle it. So
and
it's a me thing.
It's a me thing. So that's why I was telling you in that episode before this last one. I was like, we got to work on how we react to what people do to us, because we know magical things is happening in our life.
I mean, my whole poem, Animal Kingdom, is letting you know how I can explode.
Yeah.
I said I was a missile.
You did. You did.
You did. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we have to get to that point because where God wants to take us, we can't be ready to explode. We can't, because you can't explode at that level.
No.
You can't. I mean, sure, we can barely explode at the level we
That's
at
what
now.
I was getting ready to say. That's a culture.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can't explode
at any level.
You can't explode at any level.
You really need to process that situation in that moment. No matter how long it take you, you need to process that before you react.
And baby, we sometimes react and we don't process stuff.
Yes.
And then we be in
trouble. It's just like we be in situations where we need to react quick, but we be in other situations where we need to take a second. We got to learn discernment in those.
Yeah. And we both have discerning spirits, though. But we got to get in the discerning where we're irritated. We got to start discerning in those areas. And then other people too, because that's the area where your test is.
Yeah.
So
I got an example, which we just talked about. So just like on that episode when I was going, disclosing my feelings with the do not disturb, I had a friend reach out to me and say, I did not know that I was crossing your boundaries.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And she apologized. And I was just like, well, it's kind of like it's levels to it, because when it was on do not disturb, it was never about her or anything telling me a story. It was just like, hey, I'm just checking on you.
Yeah.
And she said, I'm going to still text you just to check on you. So I was prepared, and I knew it was a level of concern. But now that, we done had another week go and I done did some thinking, it's just like all of that was still in my motherly role.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm feeling like I need a break from people, and they getting on my nerves, and they not respecting my boundaries. They can't read my mind, but they can't do none of that because I done presented myself as the mother in their life.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but as a mother, I'm the shield.
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
protecting my baby from any and
Everything.
everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not motherly. Well, I don't think I'm motherly with other people like you are. But now it's getting to the point now where I think people are reaching out to me because they wonder how are you doing it? How are you okay? Can you give me some? I think the word used last week and used in the car meet was wisdom. I can use your wisdom, and I was like, what?
Yes.
So
because that's what we give. I mother this one set of people or the group or whatever, and then I offer the other ones the wisdom.
The wisdom, yeah. So I'm not motherly, but I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to tell them how to be blessed. Like, listen, some stuff ain't even worth it. Like, if you just really get in your era where you like, I don't worry about nothing.
She be trying to tell me. You do. And I'm an example of us being friends, deep in it, learning things, growing together, and me looking at you like, I don't care what you saying. When I know in my heart it's right. But I'm still like, I don't care. But it's all love. And then I follow it up and be like, I heard what you were saying.
Yeah. I mean,
thank you.
We are not.
But it's just like, sometimes you got to be open to learn some stuff.
Yeah.
And then put it in practice. It don't mean it's going to change overnight. But I put in practice these things that you done told me.
Yeah. Yeah. I put in practice every day. Like, when I wake up and when I lay down, I heard this lady on TikTok. That's our university.
I feel like we can't say it no more because it's just like, this is reason 1,000. I said 1,000. It's way bigger than that on why they trying to get rid of it.
Listen, this lady yesterday was on TikTok and she was like, when you think about death, and you know how we think about our mothers, and she said, really, the closest thing with death is when you sleep in, because you then crossed over into another realm and you don't even know. And she was like, when you lay your head down at night, do you, before you go to sleep, be like, God, thank you for this day, thank you, and repent of whatever you've done, because you may not wake up. Girl, when I say I have been doing that though, like, I lay in my bed and talk to God, and I first thing I do is thank Him. I'm full of gratitude. I am extremely full of gratitude. Then I'll be like, I am sorry. Because even with the story I just told you about the person who I can't stand, I want to punch in the face. No, I'm serious. I'll be like, Lord, I'm sorry. Like, because I know you don't want me to have that heart like that. I literally talk to God out loud in my room, in my bed, in my house, because that's how we're supposed to be. It just changes the atmosphere of your life.
Yeah, when you communicate,
it changes the atmosphere when you commune with Him, because it changes everything. So that's why I can look in with confidence, be like, I don't worry about nothing. I know He gives me. There is not one thing we could say that we ever needed that He didn't give us.
No, I can't say that.
Maybe something we wanted we didn't get right away, but there ain't nothing we could say we needed that He didn't give us.
No,
ever. So
He's for sure met all my needs.
He's met them all. Every day, every need is met. Every need. So I am intentional about how I am living my life. Period. And people when people try to come in and disrupt that, I'd be like, nope. I ignore the first red flag now. I don't give nobody another chance.
Let me tell you. So last night, I'm sitting on the couch. Doorbell rang. It's a DoorDasher.
Oh wait, did I say I ignored the first red flag?
Yeah, you did.
I didn't mean to say I ignore it.
Oh, I meant to say. I guess I interpreted what you said. Like, no, you stop at the first red flag.
I stop
you
at the
exit.
Yeah,
You're
I exit.
Done.
Yeah,
You're
exit.
Done.
Yes, I exit.
Yes, we do not ignore red flags.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say I ignore it.
No,
exit.
Exit.
I
out.
exit. Yeah, I exit. But you knew what I meant. I exit.
Yes, I'm
like,
glad
you
revisited
that. I ignore them after red flag. I'm like, oh no, red flag, ding, done. Okay, go ahead.
So it's the DoorDasher, but I'm like, ain't nobody moving going to the door, and I wasn't expecting nothing. So my sister was walking past the door, and I was just like, "Can you get it? It's a DoorDasher. They left something on the porch." Like, I don't know. It was for me, and she said, "With friends like yours, I never settle,
baby."
I said it. I'm not.
Not. Listen. And when I say I exit every red flag, that means man, friend, job, opportunity
in my life.
Yeah, I'm not settling.
Am I settling? I am not.
Don't have to.
I got something last night. It was a prayer that I hadn't even asked for because Cold Stone, you know, they give you a free whatever. I missed mine. And I was telling my friend, like, dang, we should have went. I missed it. No, baby, you didn't miss it. You still got it.
Listen.
Because that's what he do for
us naming how he has blessed us would sound like bragging because I can't even name it all. I'm just going to say this. Get your life right. Get your life right. Get with God for real. Don't be the church girl or boy. Get with God for real. Learn how to forgive. Learn how to love. Learn how to be intentional with your life. Learn how to be intentional with the people who's around you. Because the people who are around you, baby.
And forgiving is not forgetting. It's not. You don't forget because this is, I think the most powerful thing a person can have is wisdom.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you don't get wisdom
by forgetting. But I feel like lately, my clientele have been, I don't know if I even told you this, it was one Saturday. I feel like every client that sat in my chair, we had a worship service and they were crying. We were talking. When I left work that day, I was depleted.
I know that feeling.
I was depleted, and it don't even be meant for, like, I'm not getting in nobody's business or anything, but just when we start talking and ministering to each other. And not talking about, it's not all relationships.
That's why it's called Kolorflow.
That's why it's called Kolorflow.
Because it just flows.
It does flow. One young lady had told me about her situation with her mother passing, and from that we just talked about the family dynamics, how that changed, and she was just so like, God really done been with me, even though a lot of my family ain't with me no more. But I love my mother, and I could just feel her. I was like, I feel everything you're saying because I miss Versi Barber every day. Every day. But when you talk about angels, and I be feeling like, do people really believe in them? Because they'll be saying God's angels was watching over me. But then when you start talking about them, people be like,
people get offended. Like, what you talking about? And it's just like, but didn't we
just sing the song?
Yes.
I know that is angels watching over me. And I told that young lady, I was like, girl, your mother is your angel. I truly believe that.
I believe that too.
I believe that. I'm like, I think that
I believe that death is like one of the ultimate sacrifices. I believe that.
Yeah. I believe my mother is my angel. I believe my uncle is my angel. I believe that different scenarios in life happens, and when I think of the scriptures, I'll be thinking about honor your father and mother, that your days may be longer. And I think about people who other folks would be like, their life was cut short. And then celebrities too, and I'm not gonna name any names, I'll tell you off camera. But I think about their relationship with their parents, and I'll be like, Y'all better get right.
Yes.
You better get right.
Like fear the Lord for
fear
a reason.
Lord for a reason.
The word fear is for a reason. Everybody trying to deliver it like is, my unicorns and rainbows term, but it's like you need to fear the Lord. And you need to know how powerful
it is. And it's not hard to try and live right. I enjoy my life. I had met a friend of mine the other day after work, and they text me like, "You want to meet for a drink?" And I was like, "Okay." And I went and I drank water. And that person was like,
"We mean for drink?"
Yeah. I said, "I am having a drink. I'm drinking this water." And not that I think it's wrong to drink anymore, but my conviction right now in my life is, I'm moving into April. You know how April has been a rough month for me. I'm not going to say that I'm going to continue to say April is a rough month and then be prepared for it to be feeling bad. No, April is a month, not a consecration for me. So I'm preparing to go into that. So I didn't have that drink that they wanted me to have. Like, you ain't having this drink with me? And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm just had this appetizer, drink this water, and we gonna be good. It's not, you don't have to be perfect because I still like liquor. But I'm just saying, when you move it in a different he hasn't taken me wanting it
the taste. I still like liquor.
I'm
sorry, I had to say it. I was trying not to.
I'm just saying, I like me a lemon drop, but he hasn't removed that taste from me yet. It's levels to it, like it's levels to healing. I may not have 3 of them when I go to J. Alexander. I may have 1.
Right.
To eventually having none.
It's like levels to everything.
It's levels to everything. So when people think they have to be perfect, it's not like that. It's like, just start.
Yeah, just start. Just doing your best you can.
Doing the best you can.
In the situations as it's presented. Because everything is a choice.
Everything is a choice. Baby, everything is a choice. And when I be sitting there, I will sit and contemplate on something before I make a decision, because there are different things that come up in my life. And, even though we on trauma, I'm sure you can imagine conversations that I may have with somebody that may irritate me. And before I reply, I'll think, God, how you want me to reply to this? Because Keisha would have been like, ugh. But now I'll be like, is it worth having the headache of doing that rather than being more cordial and saying, well, I think this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a matter of choice.
Right.
We have choices, and I'm glad about choices we making.
Big period. Valid voice.
Big period. Big period. So
not the little
one. She talked about my shoes last week, but look at these babies, baby.
Oh. I don't know if I can name drop, but it's just Nine West. I love me some Nine West.
These are cute.
How they close them stores down? They closing all the stores. You see that about my little Dollar Tree? I know we ain't gonna do no Dollar Tree rant on this one, so we'll just keep it moving.
Are they closing Dollar Tree? I thought
they said they was closing some of them.
I thought they were just raising prices or something.
I think I seen that too.
It ain't.
So we about to lose some, and
it shouldn't be called Dollar Tree no more.
No, it shouldn't. They need to rebrand.
This is what I want to talk about before we go. I don't know how much time we have. I know you're gonna be watching
it's
TV.
Okay,
and stuff.
38 minutes.
Okay, I know you're gonna be watching TV and stuff, or keeping up with celebrity gossip. That's one of my guilty pleasures. P. Diddy, you know about this?
I saw the raid, but why or anything?
You don't know what's going on.
I feel so embarrassed. Like I don't know. But it's okay because I'm following the music stuff. I know about that, and I know you don't know about that.
Yeah, I had read years ago when Mace had broke from him. Mace wrote a book. I don't know where the book is. I think I let somebody. Yeah, I let somebody read the book, and I never got it back. But in that book, I didn't understand then what he was writing about. But now in my spiritual life, now I think back to the stuff he was. One day he said that the spirit was so high on him and he was supposed to have a meeting with P. Diddy that he couldn't even walk in the building. That it was so powerful that he had to go get back in the car. Like the spirits that was around I'm so glad he ran away from that, because he able to live, unlike a lot of people that was around P. Diddy's life. he was able to live his life, even let go of the money, the fame, and all. Sometimes it ain't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just looking at P. Diddy like, man, you really, really thought you was on top of the world. But when we give into the world, I believe you could become rich, wealthy, and money and still live for God.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's possible. I don't think it needs to be one or the other. Like, as much as we read in the Bible, it's nothing. We supposed to be building generations and generations and generations of
Abraham
wealth.
was rich.
Like,
his whole
that's what we
generation, they was
supposed to
rich.
do.
Yes, but they love God. And when I look back at P. Diddy, I think about his daughters. He has more children, but I think about those twins. I said they lost their mother. Now they about to lose their father, because I think that man going to prison. And I could be wrong, but because money.
Now I'm gonna have to read up on this.
Yeah, you gotta read up on it, because I, people make their videos and stuff, but I be thinking just in a way of, I take every lesson I read and think about God in this situation.
Oh my! I just said that the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, even when I'm watching a movie, I try and see like what kind of lesson.
What's the lesson?
And me and my youngest niece, when we have movie night, she'll ask me, "So what did you learn?"
Tikisha.
It's been 2 that we recently watched, and it was just like not listening to your mother, because your mother will reveal to you who your friends are. And when you don't listen to her,
I look at every situation, and I like celebrity gossip, but I look at everybody's life and think about God in it. Like, now, how has God come into this situation? What am I learning from this? What am I seeing in this? Because people are, I want to thank God, but do you really know him? Because if you knew him, how would your life be different? So I'm looking at this man who has been on top of the world for a long time, and it's crumbling down every day. And I just think about his children and his family and the people that really were fans.
Yeah.
Like, it's not funny to me at all. And I'd be like, God, what's the lesson in
Destruction
this?
is never funny.
Baby.
It's never funny. I never want to look and see somebody fail
No.
and everything fall apart and be like, ha ha, that's what you get.
It's
like,
not funny.
It's never funny.
It's not funny.
It affects people just more than what.
We talk about choices.
Yeah.
It affects people. And for
this
people
is
to
when
laugh.
The real trauma starts coming in. You having to learn and how to deal with life through that. Those children
are going to have to break generational curses. They're going to have to break generational curses, that they're going through right now. It's not ha funny. And people are like, that's what he get. It's so much deeper than that to me. Like,
it is.
It's so much deeper. I just be looking like, what's the lesson in this? And I think I learned my lesson in it. And I'm going to tell you about it, not on camera, but I'm going to tell you because I think it's going to have to.
I'm getting some tea.
I think it's a lesson in God is raising up. Cat Williams said it in his interview. This is a year of people being exposed.
Oh, yeah.
And, we've seen where they've made our men and women billionaires, but their worlds are crumbling. And not that they, they got a choice. It's the path you take. When you get offered this and you get deals with this person, you get deals with that person, people at the top sometimes they work with the devil, and then they like, oh, you think you this? Let me show you that you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And you start crumbling.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to watch who we make deals with.
That work with the devil is deep.
Them paths, those paths that you take, those paths change your life.
See, that's why I be wanting them to be so clear, because I don't want to make no mistake. I don't want to make no mistakes. And I know I'm not perfect and I'm going to be in the flesh, but when I promise you I surrender, I surrender.
I don't believe that he just don't put it in front of you.
Drop down a letter?
You be wanting to see what's going to happen tomorrow. Lord, show me what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Not even tomorrow. It's 1:58. Show me, okay, at 2:01 it's gonna be. I'm just want to read on the teleprompter. It's like, okay.
No, man.
No, it's dark.
You can't worry about that.
It's dark.
You just gotta live.
It's just the not worrying and living. Take it right back to how you started it.
You just not worry and live. Not worry and live. And like I said, be intentional about the choices you make. Be intentional.
I want to ask you something before we close out about being intentional about the choices you make, because we talked about the trophy wife and then the dust. And then we realized that when you finally go to it, it might be broken. That was the new piece brought into the puzzle. But do you have a difference on when you see trophy wife and this new soft life wife?
I guess it's a fine line for what people would think. But I don't think a trophy wife and a soft wife life is the same thing. It's so funny because I told you, somebody tried to revisit me and I told them, I want a soft life. And I explained what I thought for me a soft life was, which is not a trophy wife.
Right.
But so a soft life in my aspect of it is I want to do what I do now. I don't want to stop doing what I do. But
so how do you picture the trophy wife?
A people pleaser. A arm candy.
I think we could just stop at people pleaser.
Yeah.
Because I want to still be the arm candy.
I think
because I wanted my confidence where it's just in us both, where we walking through in this
trophy wife
and not from an arrogance, but when we just know that we
just
love each other and it's just glistening.
But a trophy wife also isn't it just for money.
Oh, okay.
I believe you can have a soft.
I don't ever want that, because I don't want to pretend and do that just for material.
Yeah.
Because I've had a lot. And I've had little,
yeah.
And if I look at my life right now, I'm in the little stage, and I'm happier than I was on a lot. I'm just saying. Okay, I didn't say it was empty. I said it was just little.
I think the trophy wife is what they call a gold digger.
And that right there is, I don't want nobody that ain't got nothing. Like, I really want you to take care of me, but I'm not a no gold digger, because I want to pour in. So that be the thing, how we was talking about the 5-star restaurants. Like,
yeah.
And not that I want to go to Coney Island.
Yeah, absolutely. Not that I
just want the best of both worlds.
And I've been living that. I've had examples of that, and it's an amazing feeling when I think I shared with you right before we got on camera about some things that's happened to me over the last couple of years, and I was like, when you get to experience certain things and you like, wow, that can happen. I think that soft wife life is where you both are at peace. You have a friendship where you understand each other. He is a provider and a leader, but he's a leader over his entire life. Not just you or telling you what to do. He knows how to handle business. He takes care of himself. He takes care of his health. He works or has his own business if he doesn't want to work. Whatever he does, he's a leader over his entire life. He doesn't live paycheck to paycheck. He knows how to take care of his finances. He knows how to make things grow. He knows how to hold conversation with other people. He's not insecure. He's a leader over his entire life. Every area of his life, he's a leader, which means he's an example for me.
Yes. And let me know how, because I guess that's what I'm saying. I want to be the child. Show me.
That's soft.
That's soft leadership.
Yeah, that's soft wife life.
I'm looking up. I'm admiring that.
That's soft wife life to me. That's where I don't have to worry about nothing, because I know he's a leader over everything in his life.
And I'm talking to God over his behalf. And I'm doing the things that I want to do.
That you want to do.
That I enjoy.
That you enjoy doing.
I don't not want to work either.
Yeah.
But it's you don't just like I worried about that too, where I've learned that work doesn't necessarily be equivalent to going to a job, doing a job.
Yeah.
My work could be me getting up and just running my household.
My mother. I said my mother had a soft wife.
Yes.
She didn't ever, I don't know if that lady ever paid a bill or wrote a check. She knew it was taken care of. And then
wait a minute, it just hit me how we just talked about I guess the perfect woman is combining the soft life and the trophy wife. Knowing that those dual energies.
Yeah.
And being able to transmute it into
when you're supposed to.
Yes.
When you're supposed to, for the right area in your life. So if your husband, and I'm only talking about husband because boyfriend. Well, if your husband has to go somewhere, you're not embarrassed. He's not going to be embarrassed by you. He knows that you are a woman of class, that you know how to handle yourself, that you're a leader over your life.
And in my case, because I'm uncomfortable, like I still work on my social anxiety, I'm going to trust him enough that if he needs to go on his own, I'm not at home feeling insecure if he's talking to another beautiful woman.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's so many levels to it because I said soft life may mean something different for everybody. But I'm explaining what it means for me, that man is a leader over everything in his life. Not that his life is perfect, but if something get out of whack, he know how to take care of business. He know how to handle it. And he can say, I got it, don't worry about it. And how the same way I be don't worry about nothing now, I'm still ain't gonna worry.
Right, because you're not worrying now. Why bring somebody in your life that's gonna
bring
me worry?
Yeah. I don't want to be with somebody who will be like, oh, he made me happy. I'm already happy.
Period.
I'm already happy. Oh, he bring me so much peace. I'm already peaceful. My peace is just continued.
And for me, I love my company. So when people say they get bored, I'm like, I don't understand.
Me too.
I can always find things to do by myself.
Me too. And I'm a social person, but I still have no problem being by myself.
So I'm good.
I don't need anybody to make me happy. And that's what I hope young ladies, that's what I'm trying to teach my kids, that you don't need anybody to come make you happy.
No.
Come be my peace. I'm already peaceful. I'm already at peace. So again, I said to you before.
Come love me with me.
Yeah.
I'm going to love you.
Come on and join
you.
Come on and join this peaceful train.
We talk about it because we're designed like this. We're designed to love.
We don't be knowing from childhood traumas and stuff like that, and different things that go on until you grow. And now it's like I'm just sitting back. Look, I live a soft life now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So you're not bringing in somebody that
I'm not gonna bring.
And mine is so soft.
Yeah. Somebody.
I mean, not saying it's know, but I'm saying like my example of sitting on the couch with the unexpected cold storm.
I live a soft life now, so don't think that I'm gonna bring somebody in.
You've lived a soft life longer than we even have put a name on it.
Yeah.
To be honest, you really have.
And
as levels grow, expectations grow, things change, you change with that. But that's really been that's been your whole thing.
I live a soft life now. I be busy because of my children, but my life has.
But you love that.
I do.
You love that.
I do.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, even if it's work, when you do something you love, you're not coming back stressed out, going crazy. You may be tired.
I may be because that's just life.
Yeah.
You may be tired,
but you done spent
it doing what I love to do.
What you love to do.
Yeah. I live a soft life now, so ain't no way I'm gonna let man come in and not continue my soft life. He gonna have to make it softer.
Right. We looking for the softer life.
And when I told this gentleman, I think it was last week we were talking, and he was like, explain to me what soft life is, because he heard somebody at work say that. And I explained to him what it meant for me. He was like, oh, that ain't hard. Okay.
Period, because it ain't.
Okay. Not that I want him to give me that life, because you may be watching. But
disclosure. Jesus,
you may be watching, but he was like, that ain't hard. I was like, yeah, because it's not all about money. Yeah, money is a part of it because it's part of our life, but it's about peace. It's about inner peace. It's about happiness and joy. And it's really easy to be in a relationship. People just don't really be ready.
Yeah, that'd be the thing. People don't be ready. And then they move too fast.
Then they move too fast. And then
because it's just like you're going in it to be the boyfriend, girlfriend. Like, go in it with no titles, to learn each other, to be the friend, and to see. And then on the first red flag, if you feel like that's a deal breaker, exit.
Yeah.
Don't be in the flesh. Exit and move on.
Exit and move on. Because, I mean, then people want to cheat. And I be looking like something. And like we said, that some people stay when they cheat. I'll be out. I'm bye. I'm
okay.
Yeah.
Move on. Bye.
Because I'm too good for that. You're not gonna do me like that. But the people that accept it, and some work it out, I'm good with that. But the ones that I see you continuously go through that, I'm like, don't you see you better than that? Don't you see you deserve better? Like, until you feel better for yourself, you're gonna keep taking the same crap.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep taking the same crap. I'm like, you don't think you deserve better than that? Better than, because women cheat too, better than this female or man doing you like this? Please. I'd rather have my soft life by myself.
I know, like, it's tough to be lonely, but I just feel like when you really work on yourself and communicate with God, it's not. It's not. And then things will be poured into you for you to have things to do.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be in alignment.
You'll be in alignment with what you're supposed to do.
What you're supposed to do.
Just think about the men that's gonna come in our life after we don't really learn. Because maybe
they go like, I don't know, no more.
He coming?
No, not about that. But it's just like, do I want him to come?
Because you enjoy your life. I know, I get it.
And I'll be like, I want companion, but it's just like,
I feel the same way, because I'm like, I love my life. Like,
and there's going to be a switch up and some compromise, because you can't bring another person into your life and expect it to not change at all.
Yes, because I talked about how one guy was dating me. Why you wear your hair like that when I met you? I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I want you to be my friend.
You gotta be my friend.
I want it to be my friend instantly, where I feel like we just trying to learn, laugh, talk, and it's organic. That's what I want. Because if it ain't organic,
Tikisha,
I'm okay just like this. I've been just fine. Okay.
Listen, when I say just fine, I love my life. I've never, ever loved it so much. The experiences I've had.
The experiences that's
coming. I love it. And I can't let somebody disrupt this. They have to
You cannot set me back.
You can't set me back.
You can't set me back with God.
Girl,
I'm stuck.
Listen. And if they don't understand, I'm gonna be like, man, I'm sorry. You gotta go.
Yeah, you cannot set me back. I worked too hard to get here.
To get
set back. And I trust my God.
Girl, more than I trust you.
Yes, so I'm gonna have.
Because guess what? I wake up every day and I don't worry about nothing.
I ain't worry about nothing.
I'm gonna keep saying I don't worry about nothing. I don't worry about nothing. So you can't set me back from that. So
I might see if I can set that as my alarm.
The song?
Yeah, but I guess that's once a week, because I don't set no alarm.
I'm about to say, like, girl, you set an alarm?
Hey, what am I talking about? My bad.
I don't even set an alarm. My body just wake up naturally.
My bad. As it should. I love that, because that's how a body should be natural.
Listen.
But anyway, I'll go off on a tangent about that.
People, listen, if y'all watching this, y'all like, they are so weird. You don't understand? You'll get it. You'll get it. We
are not weird.
We're a little weird. We may be a little weird, but it's okay. We beautifully weird.
I like that. Beautifully weird. I can't even say the word. Okay.
Beautifully weird. You got anything else, friend?
No, I don't have nothing.
Well, listen. This is our last episode for Women's History Month.
Oh, it is. It's the last one in March.
We're going into April. We're going into April. By the time y'all see this, it'll already be April.
Let me shout out to my friends, because y'all did it for me for my birthday. My family, I appreciate y'all too. But I did get some really nice, special, things that I didn't even expect. And then I got my new little wand, so y'all better be careful when I get with David in the Psalms with my wand.
Baby, reading about David. But we're going to talk about that another time. Ooh, David. Okay, baby. You did have a good birthday.
I did.
I'm glad because you wasn't even hyped up to do like nothing, but that just show you that you have people that love you and care about you, and
they don't care what I'm talking about. They like, we gonna send you a little something.
Yeah,
all my flowers were beautiful. The ones
got a lot of flowers.
Me, yeah. I just, and the lavender roses,
they were beautiful.
They were just so.
They were.
But okay, that's enough. We over an hour now. We need y'all to like, share, subscribe. Go ahead.
Like, share, subscribe. We got I think by the end of this, when we're gonna reach our goal of how many subscribers we want. And listen, we want y'all to like, subscribe, share, comment. We've been getting a lot of comments. We are reaching other countries. Okay, so even if the people in Detroit ain't watching, somebody in France is, and Canada is. Listen, we love it. We love it. We enjoying this. We want somebody else to enjoy it. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell us what you think, share it, and we will see you all next week.